Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to go into game number 2
WhiteRa's up 1-0
and Machine.
I'm going to cut you off every time you talk.
Let's go ahead and get into that right now. Ow. Ow. As we have our second PVZ. It's going to be on day break.
Yeah. God, you're so dumb.
You're so dumb.
I said we.
I know. I said you're so dumb.
No, I'm not. I'm including you.
All right. Are we going to see that gateway expand again? I would say no, not on this map. Forge expand is better.
Yeah.
No, actually, I actually don't mind gateway expand on this map. I'll tell you why.
Let's bet.
Okay.
I bet you 25 cents if he goes for a Forge expand.
Okay, I bet you. Okay, you bet the 25 cents. All right, we'll do it 1-to-1.
Okay.
I bet you 25 cents that he's going gateway expand.
All right. Come on, Forge.
And then I want an extra 15 cents if he's doing it gasless.
Okay.
Gasless gateway expand.
That's fine.
That fine?
That's fine.
That fine?
Let's see. Uh-oh. Getting up to 14. What if he goes for like a 15 Nexus? He's saving up his money. Alright, so anyways, Machine is going for a pool first. Because we're all waiting in anticipation, but I think we're both
still
wrong.
hoping we don't see a Forge.
I'm hoping we don't see a gateway. Ah!
Dude, that's stupid.
Alright.
God, WhiteRa, why do you screw me like this?
Man, there's so much.
Alright, next time we go to the boba place, I'll give you extra boba in your drink.
Sounds good.
God dang it!
I'll make sure not to spend it all in one place.
You're going to spend it.
I can do a lot with that quarter.
You can.
All right, so WhiteRa's blocking the expansion with the pylon, which is nice. He's going to be able to get his Nexus up faster.
Drone gets first kill. Drone gets first kill. That's pretty big. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Instead of 18 probes, he now has 17.
It's actually important. It is.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm making a big deal. I went into my epic voice. Instead of 18 probes, he has 17.
Yep. We are seeing this pylon's going to get taken out. The probe is getting away with a couple minerals. WhiteRa's going to be significantly ahead in terms of the timing of his expansion, which is very, very helpful. Although, what's not helpful is him being supply blocked right now. Oh, I like this from Machine. He's taking this base, the third base right here, so then he can take a natural expansion and then bam, he'll be up at 3 bases in no time. I like that.
Alright, it's a very standard play coming up from WhiteRa. He's gone for the cannon before the gateway. He's going up to 2 assimilators. Where does he actually go from here? Normally Protoss, when they're up against 3 hatcheries, they don't just sit back and do nothing. They have to do some sort of aggression. I think some sort of gateway type of aggression is really good on this map. Also, you can do Void Ray, but it's a little bit harder. I mean, there is a Destructor or Debris over here where you can charge up and then you're extra powerful.
Yes, this is very true. Although it's kind of difficult to get from the rocks to the natural or to the main. I mean, you can, but it's definitely a little bit tough. I don't know what's going to come out of WhiteRa. I feel like, I mean, he can do anything.
Gateway. +1 and the Warp Gate goes down. Normally, if it was some sort of Stargate or any sort of tech, you
wouldn't see the +1.
Exactly, you wouldn't see the +1. You would just see that particular building, whether it be the Stargate, the Robotics Facility, Twilight Council. That would just plop down. Be all good to go. So we'll be able to see if Machine is actually prepared for this. This all comes down to preparation on how well you know your build and how well you are able to scout out your opponent when you are the Zerg player. What you need to do is saturate his bases at a pretty good optimal rate. I always say somewhere around 56 around there. I think that's a great number.
56 is a good number. Now we're gonna have to see what WhiteRa's planning on doing. Is he gonna go what?
Nothing.
What? What? Why are you laughing?
Just like 56 is a great number. Do you know why it's a great number?
Because we're going to have to see what WhiteRa's going to do. That's why.
Ooh,
Yeah.
first Zealot gets trapped. Nice micro. Oh my god, Machine. 4 Zerglings kill 1 Zealot. Loses nothing. What a mastermind.
No, Machine's good. WhiteRa's queuing up a lot of probes, actually. He's got 4... No. Okay, so he actually canceled a lot of them. And he decided to throw up gateways because he realized that these production facilities are not really being built. So he's going to be up at 4 gateways, which is a pretty good number. It's going to allow him to be a little bit aggressive and, again, buy some time and be able to allow him to take his 3rd base as well. So he's putting up a 3rd gas, he's getting a robotics facility, and WhiteRa is transitioning to a very standard mid-game that he's very comfortable with playing.
Yes, 4 gateways plus robotics facility. That's completely standard, although I think Machine will get a pretty nice advantage from this inactivity.
Yeah,
Normally
I mean,
inactivity favors the Zerg because they want to just sit back, drone up. Let's go ahead and look at that drone count. 50 to 46. Pretty soon we're going to see him taking off.
he might be at 56 soon.
Oh my god, he's going to 55 right now.
Oh, 56, there it is. Ah, nope.
No. Just to let you know, 56, the reason why I say that is you optimally saturate all 3 of your bases, and then you get 2 gases. You're able to get constant roaches and Zerglings to stop any gateway pressure. But right now, Machine has identified that it's not going to be some sort of gateway pressure, or it could be. But
it could be, but it's like the timing of it is a little. He lost his timing window, really.
Yes, I agree.
And from the Zerg player's perspective, you know, this is the perfect position for you to be in, where the Protoss is really playing very passively. That allows you to get, you know, your optimal saturation. It even allows you to take a 4th base if you wanted to, because WhiteRa is clearly, with the amount of cannons he's making and this like really nice SimCity he's putting over here, this 3rd, you can tell that he's not planning on attacking until he gets like close to maxed with his army. And at that point, as a Zerg player, you can take a 4th, be a little bit greedy, take a 4th.
Take a 6th, dude. That's how.
Or be really greedy.
Yeah, yeah.
Take a 5th
I mean,
and a
honestly,
6th.
you can be if Protoss is waiting until they're maxed, then you can wait quite a long time. I highly doubt WhiteRa will wait all the way to max. He has to do some sort of pressure, else Machine will go into mutas and basically have his way with his opponent.
Yeah.
Right now, it is going Machine is going roaches. I'm not a big fan of roach on this map. I think roaches are actually really hard to actually do anything with. I mean, yes, this natural, but you can see, or this 3rd, you can see it's being walled off very nicely. So the concave, you're not really going to hit anything of importance. If a Colossus ever gets behind there, it's like, okay, do I really want to be attacking into that? When as soon as I kill the 1,000 hit point wall, I have to go through probably force shields as well. Not a good. No, not a good place to actually go and engage. So
right, and Machine is kind of all over the place with his army. He needs to wait until he gathers his forces, because with this small number of roaches and Zerglings, he's not really going to be able to do too much damage, and he could actually get caught. Oh, he's going to lose a small number of troops there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And again, you know, that's... Oh, a counterattack is coming in the natural expansion, and he's going to go for a 2-pronged attack right now. But this could be bad for Machine.
Oh, if WhiteRa actually went all the way over to that side, he would have been able to catch everything off guard. You can see Zerglings and Roaches are again going to the 3rd. But this, I mean, look at the movement that the gateway units need to do. It's so easy. It's just going from over to the 3rd to the natural, and all he's doing is buying time with these cannons. And in the meantime, these Roaches really are not being cost efficient at all. I think this is great for WhiteRa. He's not ahead by any means, but he's definitely helping.
Not really that far behind. I mean, in terms of economy, he's a little bit behind, but then once he saturates the 3rd, he'll be fine. Because Machine's actually just starting his 4th right now, or, you know, it's about 70% of the way done, but it's not nearly going to be saturated or anything like that. And I think the 4th is a little bit mistimed. Machine, though, does have a pretty significant army advantage. He needs to rely on that to put him in a good position.
That'll be tough. You can see that natural is under attack right here. He could potentially take out that +2. No, you can't. I'm sorry. Take that back. Roaches are streaming into that natural. Looks like the top over here, the Immortal was taken out. Of course, constant battles in both places.
Yeah, Machine's just rallying units right now.
I think critically, I mean, I think the big problem is that WhiteRa isn't going to take his his ramp over here. If he takes the ramp, he's in a much better position. But now, I mean, it's a big sentry army that's reinforced. That's actually a reinvestment army. Like, you're investing in your army being good later, not right now. So he's actually going to pay the price. WhiteRa might crumble right here.
Yeah, I mean, he's holding off, but not very well. Machine's doing a great job, really. He's got 4 hatcheries. He's got a 5th now, and he's literally building units and rallying them, and he's taking advantage of the fact that WhiteRa doesn't have enough to defend 2 disparate locations at the same time.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising, I think. I think WhiteRa slightly mishandled it, but overall great play by Machine. I mean, again, we're going back to the fact that WhiteRa is being punished for so much inactivity in this early game stage. That's where it comes down to. GG comes out from WhiteRa. Machine takes game number 2. Very well played.
1-1.
Very well played.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're talking about. You cannot let the Zerg go up to 72 drones
without doing anything to them.
Yeah, you don't do anything. Because what did we see? Even with great position, Daybreak is known to be a great map for taking 3 bases as Protoss and just, you know, fending off against any sort of roach pressure. That's why you always see mutas on that map. You see a very fast hive tech. See them taking expansions really aggressively, saying, Protoss, come to me, and that way you don't have that defensive position anymore. Right.
And the thing is, because WhiteRa was so passive, he let Machine get to that, you know, money spot in terms of his economy. That way, Machine literally all he had, like, he didn't really have to do anything. He just hotkeys his hatcheries and then injects and then just builds roaches and rallies them over to WhiteRa's base, and that's all he did, just continue. And just because he had, you know, 4 or 5 hatcheries of production, he could just, you know, overrun WhiteRa, and that, like, WhiteRa literally just played into the Zerg strength there.
I agree. And you saw that WhiteRa was able to hold off the initial ones. I thought he played that really well. But the critical thing, you need like an observer over the watchtower to see if the natural is under attack, because you need sentries over there. That's like a 100% guarantee. You need to block that off. Force them to destroy the destructible rocks. That gives you an extra, you know, round of units, and then you're able to defend against things a lot easier. But you can see that WhiteRa crumbled under the pressure. Machine, his macro mode, not looking too bad at all.
You know, just letting him play to his strengths is, you know, a little bit of a mistake by WhiteRa. So we're going to see if he can come back in game 3 and sort of figure things out and change it up a little bit and take home a win. And
so let's go ahead and get there. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 3 after this break.
Coming up.